I want to start off this video by saying you cannot step foot inside of Cinderella's castle unless you have a dining reservation for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Or if you win one of those raffles for like staying inside of Cinderella's castle suite, which I don't know anyone personally that has ever won that. Let me know in the comments below if you have. But welcome back, you guys, to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today we are doing a review of Cinderella's Royal Table Dinner Edition. Now, it is very hard to come by regular dining reservations to find a good, decent time, let's say around 11 a.m. or maybe lunchtime, 2 p.m. The only reservation that I found available was at 10:20 p.m. at night. And having a toddler and a 1-year-old, I was kind of a little weary about dining that late at night, but let me tell you the positives. If you want to step out into a completely empty park after your dinner reservation and have the castle to yourself for pictures and have an empty park experience, the nighttime reservation at that time, 10 p.m. and on, is the reservation for you. Now, side note, I am starting this video with the beginning of our day at Magic Kingdom. We arrived to Magic Kingdom around 2 p.m. because we had 2:55 p.m. reservations at the Beacon Barrel. So we decided to come to Magic Kingdom a little late, knowing that we were going to be at the park until nighttime, until 11 p.m., 11:15. And as soon as we enter Magic Kingdom, it is tradition for us to go right into the Emporium gift shop to see what the latest merch is. So that's what I'm showing you here. This was around February 12th, 2026. So I'm showing you all the latest merch that you can find in the Magic Kingdom gift shops. And in the very beginning, it was in the Contemporary Resort gift shop. So here we are in the Emporium, and they do have these new Sorcerer Mickey ears. Also, another side note, if you go to the Cheshire Cat Cafe located next to the teacups, they have this delicious Joffrey's Mad Hatter cold brew. It was absolutely delicious. It has like a strawberry cold foam on top. Now, here we are. We were getting closer to the nighttime, as you can see. This was around 9:20 p.m. We were getting ready for the fireworks. And I was just showing you there, this is where Cinderella's Royal Table entrance is located. So you're just going to go right under the castle. And it's amazing if you have it lined up to where you watch the fireworks, enjoy maybe the carousel or the rides that are around Cinderella's Royal Table, and then go straight to your reservation. So as soon as you enter the castle, the first step is to get your picture with Cinderella. And that's what I'm showing you here. Coming up, I'm also going to show you the menu, what we chose to eat, and so much more. So stay tuned. Look at how beautiful the castle is, you guys. And you do take some stairs up after you take your picture with Cinderella. And it is a pretty cool experience telling the kids, hey, we are eating inside of the castle today. My son, every time lately we've been going by the castle, he's like, I want to go inside. So finally I had to make those reservations so that he could see the inside of it. Now, of course, he's not into the Disney princesses. Obviously, he would rather Disney cars. But since we do have our little princess now, she loves the Disney princesses, and you will see that up ahead as well. They do have a restroom inside of the castle, so if you have to use the restroom, it is a very nice one there. And we have reached the top, and it was kind of chaotic. So here we are sitting at the table. This is going to be the dinner menu here. You can always pause it if you want to see the cocktails as well as the food choices. For my appetizer, I decided to go with the castle salad. And then I am just showing you here. They have this little part where the princesses just dance around and the lights kind of flicker in a magical way. And my daughter absolutely loved it. And if you're wondering if you could bring your 1-year-old or 3-year-old, I highly recommend it. It's just an unforgettable experience. They may not remember it, but of course we do. We were sat at this table here, which had views of, as you can see there, the carousel, which was super magical. Now for my dinner, I chose to go with the filet mignon over a bed of mashed potatoes with some green beans. That sauce was a gravy, absolutely delicious. My husband, he got the rack of lamb. Now for kids under 1 year old, they do give you a complimentary either mac and cheese, and there was another side, I believe roast beef. And then we have the desserts, because who doesn't love the desserts? Clock strikes 12. And then Gus and Jack's cheesecake. Get it? It is an actual shaped cheese, and it's a cheesecake. And also for the kids menu, they have a sword in the dessert. Well, it's a sword in a stone. It's like a little chocolate mousse on the inside. Delicious. And then this was around almost 11 p.m. The restaurant practically cleared out, so I was able to get these beautiful views of the inside. So if you want a nice, memorable dinner reservation, I highly recommend doing the 10 p.m. and on, because you have all of these picture opportunities to yourself once the restaurant clears out and the park clears out as well. The food, I give it a 10 out of 10. Apparently there's also a dessert that you can order that's like a glass slipper, but it's made out of white chocolate and it's super detailed with frosting. That's an additional $23. I had completely forgot that you can order that, so just keep that in mind. You can Google that and you can see pictures of it. If you're going there and you want like a little extra something special as a dessert, they do have that option, and it is not listed on the menu. So as you can see here, as soon as you step out, there's no one walking across these little mural areas so you can take your pictures. This kind of took me back to our Disney wedding, because we had our wedding pictures right under the castle. And for your wedding pictures, you choose to go before the park is open. So we went for our pictures like around 6-7 a.m. And this is how it was. It was completely empty, and we were able to get those wedding pictures. So this was just nostalgic. It reminded me of that. And then you can see her stepping out. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, the only people that you're going to find in the park are the ones that had those late dining reservations as well, which is like 10, 15 people compared to hundreds of people that are always flooding Cinderella's Castle, and it's hard to take a picture. So you can really get some beautiful pictures at night. And then I'll also show you how the front of the castle was, and then walking down Main Street. So yes, you guys, my husband absolutely loved it. He loved his lamb chops. He said they were delicious. My filet mignon was probably the best filet mignon I've ever had. I've dined there for dinner before, but it was years ago and I didn't remember it being that good. I love Cinderella's Castle. Now that I'm getting older, I don't want to date myself with my age, but I appreciate more these dining experiences like that, because like I said before, where else can you eat inside of Cinderella's Castle? I just appreciate it so much more now. But I definitely want to try breakfast now and lunch. I've tried breakfast years ago as well, and I don't remember how it was, so I do want to try it again so I can give you guys my honest review. And just showing you here how it's empty. Now, there was still a photographer located in the front of the castle. You could see that little group of people there. So people were still taking pictures, and that's your opportunity to get a picture in front of the castle with no one around it. And I'm going to try to play some of the music that was playing by the castle. But they were playing Once Upon a Dream by the Cinderella movie. And it was just so magical between the music, having an empty castle to yourself. Also, the desserts. I am just a sucker for good theming of desserts and the presentation and everything. That Clock Strikes 12 dessert was a delicious type of mousse, creamy cake. And then, like I said, the cheesecake tasted, obviously it's cheesecake, but it just has that added touch. So here you are. You can see the price there. It's $89 per adult, $54 per child. It was honestly worth every penny. You can also see here the breakfast, the price for breakfast and lunch. And then here I was trying to show you what is available in the February calendar. There were some dates available in February, but when I would click on it, it was that 10:15 time, 10:20 time. So lately, those are the only ones that I've been finding. So I'll have to look farther in advance to see if they have something for, like, let's say 10:15 a.m. So actually that's why nothing comes up for 11 a.m. because breakfast ends at 10:15 a.m. there. Now, for those that do have allergies, they do have an allergy-friendly menu as well, and I'm going to be showing you that here also. And they have that allergy-friendly menu for obviously breakfast, lunch, and dinner also. As always, you want to, if you're making a reservation, you want to put that in the notes if someone in your party has allergies, and then of course mention it to your server or the cast member. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Cinderella's Royal Table is indeed a magical experience. And yes, it is a little pricey, but just keep in mind those factors, that the only way that you can actually step foot into the castle are those 2 ways that I mentioned in the beginning. So that in itself is worth it. On top of that, you're meeting Princess Aurora, who else? Belle, Cinderella. They also had Merida. They used to have Snow White. I don't know if that's like breakfast time, if they switch around, but I believe Merida replaced Snow White. And I also remember back in the day Princess Jasmine being one of the princesses, but I don't know. I have to look that up and research to see if that was changed or if it's just based on breakfast, lunch, and dinner, if they swap the princesses around. But anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay magical.